Bamboo o kawayan. Napakarami nito sa Pilipinas at halos hindi na rin ito pansinin ng iba. Pero alam mo ba na billion-dollar industry ang bamboo industry? As of 2024, ang global market value ng bamboo ay umabot sa $67.13 billion at expected to grow hanggang $88.44 billion by 2030 dahil sa growing demand ng eco-friendly products at iba't ibang industry sa buong mundo. Bukod sa pagiging eco-friendly nito, ito ay mas sustainable pa.
Yung timber, it takes 25 years to mature. After 25 years, you cut it down, and then you have to plant again and wait another 25 years. So, samantalang ang bamboo, once tinanim mo yan, after 7 years, every year, harvest ka ng harvest for the next 100 years without replanting.
Ang kagandahan kasi sa bamboo is abundant siya. So, when you planted one seedling, you don't have to keep replanting. It just keep giving. Kukuha ka na lang kung gusto mo ng shoots, andyan. So, food security, okay ka na. Kung kailangan mo ng construction, pang bahay.
Bukod sa pagiging eco-friendly, ito ay sustainable pa. At mas dumadami na rin ang mga advocate na gumagamit ng eco-friendly biodegradable products tulad ng bamboo fabrics, bamboo cups, bamboo plates, at growing demand na rin ang bamboo sa engineering, architecture, furnitures, biofertilizers at napakarami pang pwedeng gamitin ang bamboo.
Ako, isang byproduct na ginagawa namin naman, yung bamboo leaves na huhulog lang yan sa lupa. Ang dami-dami niya. So ngayon, ang ginagawa namin, pinapakain namin yun sa bulate, sa African nightcrawler. Ibig sabihin, pwede ka rin gamitin yung leaves para ipakain mo sa African nightcrawler. Sa totoo lang, yun ang mga first level usage ng bamboo. Mas gusto ko yung mga advanced usage ng bamboo, which is laminated or engineered bamboo or strand-woven bamboo or charcoal na pwede mo i-convert sa activated charcoal.
Biochar.
Pwede mong gamitin sa water purifier and all that kind of advanced applications ng bamboo.
Ngayong episode, dumayo naman tayo sa Bicol at bumiyahe pa sa Bula, Camarines Sur para puntahan ang isang bamboo plantation at nursery na pagmamay-ari ng mag-asawang OFW sa New Zealand, si Sam at Rain. Habang nagtatrabaho sila ngayon sa New Zealand, pinuntahan sila ng Agree sa Agree team para ma-interview. Kaya sobrang inggit ko dahil hindi ako nakasama. Kaya sa plantation na lang tayo pumunta sa Camarines Sur.
Yeah, Jay, well, one of these days you should really visit New Zealand. New Zealand is also an agricultural country. Sabihan mo lang kami kung kailan ka darating at akong bahala sa'yo.
Sa episode na ito, matututunan natin kung ano-ano nga ba ang variety ng bamboo na dapat nating itanim at kung kanino tayo bibili ng mga seedlings para hindi masayang ang ating oras at panahon. Dito na lang kayo pumunta sa Agree kung saan maririnig nyo ang kanilang pagbabahagi, makikilala nyo ang inyong mga future supplier na pwede nyo munang maging kaibigan para sigurado kayo na hindi kayo magsasayang ng oras. Sa ating pong pagtatanim, sa farming, ang pera madaling habulin, madaling ibalik, pero ang panahon ay sayang na sayang talagang hihintayin ninyo ang inyong mga peking seedlings na ipadala sa inyo. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Mula po dito sa bayan ng Bula, sa Camarines Sur, Bicol, dumayo pa ang inyong likod para ipakilala sa inyo ang credible supplier, syempre, mga quality na mga seedlings para sa inyong bamboo plantation. Dito lang sa Bula Bamboo Nursery and Plantation.
Hello, magandang hapon or umaga sa inyong lahat. I'm Sam Dignadice. Dito po ako sa New Zealand and this is my lovely wife.
Hi everyone! Magandang hapon, magandang umaga, magandang araw sa lahat, mga ka-agri. Ako pala si Regina. I'm here in Auckland, New Zealand, Aotearoa.
I've been in New Zealand for 35 years. I was in the Philippines. I finished agricultural engineering in UP Los Baños, but then I didn't pursue it. I instead went to IT. That's what I've been doing for the last 35 years, designing computer systems and software development projects.
Ako naman po, background ko talaga is Bachelor of Science in Nursing. hindi ko na pinursue. Instead, I went to aviation. So, currently working for 10 years now sa Qantas Group, which is one of the airline based in Australia. But I'm here for doing short-haul flights between New Zealand and Australia. Ang bamboo plantation po is found in Bula. There are 3 plantations, and now we're into expanding 22 hectares currently. But then the main idea po is to plant 10 hectares a year. Kasi po ang aming mastermind, which is ang aking mahal na asawa, si Sam, gusto niya nang magtanim hanggang kaya.
So, when you're planting bamboo, you need to really think of the end purpose. Kung anong gagawin mo once ready na yung bamboo. Remember, when you plant bamboo, it's a long-term process. Bale, it will take 7 years para i-harvest, and then it will grow for 100 years. Ibig sabihin, you will have to wait a long time for the harvest, and you will also harvest for a very long time. So before you start planting bamboo, you really have to know what target market or what purpose you're going to use the bamboo for, dahil you will be committed to it for the long term. Nung time na nag-consider kami ng bamboo, we decided that the construction industry is the one that we want to target. So meaning we want the bamboo varieties that are suitable for housing, for furnitures, etc. Basta along the lines of housing and construction. So the 3 varieties that we decided to plant is one, Dendrocalamus asper, which is commonly known as giant bamboo. And then the other one is Bambusa long internode, which is a medium-sized bamboo. And the third one is gaining popularity but quite new to the Philippines, is Guadua angustifolia, which is commonly called iron bamboo. So these 3 varieties are all targeted for the construction industry. Yung bamboo namin, Dendrocalamus asper, pwede yan sa construction industry, laminated bamboo or engineered bamboo or strand woven bamboo. Pwede mong gamitin yan for construction. Pero yung giant bamboo na bamboo shoots is also sweet tasting shoot. Ibig sabihin, pwede mo rin siyang gawing shoot production. So sa food naman, yung giant bamboo na yan ang ginagamit para mag-export ng bamboo shoots. So yung Dendrocalamus asper, pwede mo siyang gamitin for construction. Pwede mo rin siyang, if you decide, pwede mo rin siyang gawin sa food. Also, ang daming pwedeng gawin talaga sa bamboo. Pwede mo rin siyang gawing charcoal for energy. Yung iba ginagawa yung extract bamboo essential oil from the leaves. Pwede ka mag-extract ng bamboo essential oil. Ang dami niyang uses. Yung bamboo leaves na huhulog lang yan sa lupa, ang dami-dami niya. So ngayon, ang ginagawa namin, pinapakain namin yun sa bulate, sa African nightcrawler. Ibig sabihin, pwede ka rin gamitin yung leaves para ipakain mo sa African nightcrawler. Meron ka ng vermicast na business. So totoo lang, yun ang mga first level usage ng bamboo. Mas gusto ko yung mga advanced usage ng bamboo, which is laminated or engineered bamboo or strand woven bamboo or charcoal na pwede mo i-convert sa activated charcoal.
Biochar.
Pwede mong gamitin sa water purifier and all that kind of advanced applications ng bamboo. So yung bamboo is sinimulan namin yung itanim ng 2020 before COVID. Nagsimula kami sa buto. Tapos yan, inalagaan yung seed, nag-germinate. Inalagaan niya sa nursery ng 10 months. And then once it's ready, saka pa lang yan ililipat sa plantation. Sinimulan namin magtanim ng 2020. And then ang expected namin, after 7 years, there will be harvest. So around 2027. Yung bamboo kasi, after 7 years, mag-harvest ka. Every year, nag-harvest ka ng poles. Pero compare mo siya sa timber. Yung timber, it takes 25 years to mature. After 25 years, you cut it down, and then you have to plant again and wait another 25 years. So yung cycle ng timber is very long, and it couldn't keep up with the demand. So samantalang ang bamboo, once tinanim mo yan, after 7 years, every year, harvest ka ng harvest for the next 100 years without replanting.
Ang kagandahan kasi sa bamboo is abundant siya. So when you planted one seedling, you don't have to keep replanting. It just keep giving. Kukuha ka na lang kung gusto mo ng shoots, andyan. So food security, okay ka na. Kung kailangan mo ng construction, pang bahay. So ang dami niyang benefits. Maganda pa siya sa environment. Hindi niya na kailangan alagaan for the next how many years. Pag nandyan na siya, yung root system niya, nakadikit na siya sa ilalim ng lupa.
So eto na, ang gusto nating ipakita sa inyo, ang giant bamboo. Pupunta tayo dito sa kanilang second farm, another 7 hectares. Makikita nyo yan sa drone shot. Pero syempre, epiplex natin itong giant bamboo nila. Ilang taon na to, Kuya Jonathan?
4 years po.
4 years at another how many years pa ito bago maha-harvest?
8 years, another 4.
Another 4 years. Ayan. At syempre, available na rin ang seedlings nito.
Opo.
Kung gusto nilang bumili, pumunta na lang po kayo sa ating marketplace, sa website, agrisaagri.store, at pumunta na rin kayo sa ating, or i-download nyo na ang ating mobile app, Agri sa Agri. Gutom na kami. Kanina pa kaming umaga, naglilibot sa mga plantasyon na malalawak, kaya kung pwede lang kagatin na lang itong bambong matigas. May ubod ba dyan? Huwag na natin lutuin. Ngat-ngatin na lang natin yan.
So yung target market namin, the construction industry. Pwede namin siyang gawing laminated bamboo or strand woven bamboo, engineered bamboo. Eventually, magkakaroon tayo ng processing facility sa Bula. Ang target talaga namin is 10 hectares per year. Ang aking vision para sa Bula is we can have about 400 to 500 hectares of bamboo. You need to have scale in order to target a certain industry. Mas marami, mas maganda, pero siguro minimum 500 hectares around Bula, and we will have a very serious business proposition for the construction industry. What is exciting about this industry? Actually, when I started looking at businesses, I look at a business that has long-term potential and global. So ang bamboo kasi ngayon, they're known in Asia, they're known in the Philippines, how to use it. The last 20 years, the Western countries have picked up bamboo as a material for construction. And that's actually where the growth will be coming from. There is for example, there is a US company called Bamboo House, something like that. It's a startup. They make a medium housing, all made of bamboo. And they think if they can penetrate 20% of the US market, they will need at least 1.3 million hectares of bamboo, because the housing market in the US is quite big. Also, there is a sense that the demand for construction materials cannot be met by current materials, and so they are looking for new materials to actually supplement existing materials, and bamboo is one of the things that identified. So yung global scale ng demand for bamboo will continue to grow. Kung pumunta ka ngayon sa any warehouse, sa Wilcon for example in the Philippines, or any hardware, you will start seeing bamboo flooring and bamboo construction materials made of bamboo, and it will only grow. Hindi na masatisfy ng timber or ng steel or concrete yung demand for construction materials. There is a huge opportunity. You can only participate in that economy, the bamboo economy, if you are planting bamboo in scale. Yun ang target namin sa Bula, is to plant in scale, get the cooperation of the local government unit and some of the cooperatives para we can work together to start planting bamboo.
So ito, meron na ipakita si Sir Jonathan sa akin na aphids nga yun, no? Para maliliit na insekto. Tapos meron pang dun sa loob, may ladybug. Kinakain din pala nila. So kasi malambot kasi yan, parang ubod. Sir Jonathan, pwede mo nang tagpasin dito ka sa banda sa kabila siguro. Para makita ka. Ayan, so magpupruning na rin siya. So usually tinatanggal nyo na lang ito.
Sir.
Para hindi na kumalat. Medyo nakakahinayang, kaya lang mas nakakahinayang kung kakalat pa sila sa buong puno. Ganun pala yung ginagawa nila. Tumatalsik oh.
Ang dami.
Yan. Yan, pwede na yung iubod, uugasan na lang.
Oo, sir. Babalatan na lang.
Babalatan na lang. Tapos may, ayun, sayang yung nasa loob. Malambot na rin kasi yung loob niya. Unti-unti nang pumapasok sa loob yung mga itlog-itlog nila, mga anak nila. Napakarami. Ayan, oh. Ang dami, gumagapang. Oh. So,
Iba yung parang ano, sir.
yan, sa makikita nyo, kung may zoom pa natin, ang dami nila parang gagambang maliliit.
Ang challenge namin sa bamboo farming, it's more about being overseas and managing the farm remotely. It's both a blessing and a curse na overseas kami. Ibig sabihin, ang bamboo actually suitable siya for overseas Filipinos kasi hindi masyadong maalaga, kailangan ng maalaga. Basta mailagay yan sa lupa.
Diretso nang tutubo siya,
At
di ba?
mano. So, hindi yung kagaya ng ibang crops na talagang kailangan ng hands-on management. So, suitable talaga siya sa remote. So, magkagaya sa amin, minanage namin yung plantation at saka yung nursery with key people. Pero dahil nga hindi siya masyadong alagain, kahit nandito kami sa overseas, we know that sabi nga namin sa isa't isa, bamboo is growing every day. Kasi pag naitanim mo na yan, talagang hindi na yun mapipigilang hindi lumaki. From us, ang challenge namin is remote. Ang blessing naman namin is pinili namin yung bamboo to manage remotely, and bamboo is a very low maintenance crop.
Sa tingin ko yung ano lang, alam mo na nakatanim na siya tapos may mga hayop sa paligid. So pag baby pa siya, kailangan mo nang lagyan ng tree guard kasi pag wala siyang tree guard, kinakain siya ng mga, alam mo yung mga kambing na ano, talagang gustong-gusto na yung dahon. Kasi apart from matamis, masarap siya at very high nutritious, high protein. Napansin ko, yung stray animal sa paligid na minsan may neighbor ka, 'di ba, na merong pala silang mga kambing, may mga water buffalo, yung mga damulag at yung baka. Pero hindi naman sila problema, maganda kasi part sila ng ecosystem. Other than that, I think versatile talaga siya. Sobrang dami niyang uses. Napakaganda niya na naitutulong sa ecosystem. Nung una, walang mga ibon na pumupunta. Noong nakatanim na sila, 2 years later, may mga bee na, may mga beehive na tumutubo doon sa bamboo. Meron din mga nagni-nesting na iba-ibang klase ng ibon at syempre, hindi mawawala yung snake. Pero sa tingin ko, hindi siya problema dahil nga malinis yung kapaligiran namin. So wala siyang masyado. Hindi, di ba, yung mga typical na tinikan na hindi siya napuprune. Yung amin kasi, tingnan niyo yung video ni Tito Jay, malinis siya.
So my motivation is really give back to the country. The Philippines has a lot of potential. All of us are always thinking of how to advance the Philippines. This is one industry that I think we can actually work together as a nation, build an industry. Just in Bula, maybe in the local community, you could dream and say, what if there's 500 hectares of bamboo plantation in Bula? How would it affect the community? How would it improve the lives of people in Bula? Bula is a small municipality of 75,000 people, and 50% of them are below poverty line. What if there is 500 hectares of bamboo in Bula? What would it do to the people of Bula? 500 hectares of bamboo in Bula, a lot of opportunities to a lot of local people. I'd like to see it happen. That's my motivation. Not so much about, generating profit, etc., etc. It's not about it. It's about giving the community a foundation where they can improve their lives. I mean, when we started planting about 5 years ago, people were saying, why are you planting bamboo? Daming bamboo dyan sa palibot. So that was the question 5 years ago. Now that they've seen the growth of the bamboo plantation, now it's a different question. What can we do about the bamboo? What kind of products can we develop? What kind of businesses can we develop out of the plantation? Those are the questions now. In 10 years' time, 10 years from now, after I've planted a few more hectares, maybe 100 or 200 hectares, the questions will again be different. The community would have benefited quite a lot over that time, and we will take the community to the next level of progress. And that's really the motivation. For us, it's about helping the community in Bula to improve their lives through the bamboo plantation. So sabi ko nga, it takes 7 years to plant bamboo. Gusto mo, mas maganda ako i-timing mo yan na magtanim ka when you're like in your mid-40s. And then by the time na matapos ang career mo sa overseas, you have a big plantation to
Totoo.
to support your lifestyle. Agriculture, maganda mag-invest sa Philippines sa agriculture, pero very risky dahil it depends on the crop that you are managing remotely, which is the challenge. Pero ang bamboo kasi, pumunta ka magbakasyon ka lang sa Pilipinas ng 1 month, itanim mo yung bamboo or i-manage mo yung pagtatanim ng bamboo and then let them stay there for a while. Habang nasa abroad ka, lumalaki yung mga bamboo mo na hindi mo na namamalayan. And then once you're ready to retire, meron ka ng bamboo plantation. It takes time, but it takes a lot of planning. But you have to start somewhere. Hanggat hindi mo na itatanim yung bamboo, hindi yan lalago. Yan ang aking advice sa inyo. If you want something na pang long term, pati yung mga apo nyo, mapapakinabangan ng mga apo nyo. Walang tatalo sa bamboo. Yun ang aking tip sa inyo, mga OFW. Gusto ko magpasalamat sa lahat ng mga customers namin na all over the Philippines na bumibili ng seedling sa nursery. Yung ginagawa namin, it takes a lot of resources. Lahat ng revenue or lahat ng sales from seedlings, lahat yan bumabalik sa plantation, pag-expand ng plantation at saka pag-expand ng aming mga services. Maraming salamat sa mga bumili at nagtangkilik sa Bula Bamboo Nursery over the last 4 years.
Na kami. 4 years na kami. Sobrang nakakatuwa.
May customer kami from almost from Apari to Holo, and we deliver from all over the Philippines. Thank you very much sa inyong pagtangkilik. At saka, yun nga pala, you can buy the seedlings through
Agri sa Agri. Online platform nila. So check it out, guys. Maraming salamat po.
May message ba kayo kay Sir Sam at saka kay Ma'am Ray?
Thank you, ma'am. Sir.
Sir Jonathan, may message ka ba? I-surprise mo na, message mo na.
Sige po, sir. Itachat ko na.
Thank you, ma'am, sir. Salamat sa pagbibigay niyo sa amin ng trabaho na ganito. Tuloy-tuloy lang.
Sa ngayon ba, gaano karami kayo yung grupo ninyo dito sa plantasyon? Sa buong operations? Nasa ilan na?
Dati po, sir, 15 kita kani. 15 dati ko, sir. Kaso bumagyo. Nabaha po, sir, doon sa nursery. Nagbawas mo na si ma'am. Naging 8 na lang kami.
8. Marami na rin. Marami na rin yung 8, no?
Hi everyone, mga taga Bula Bamboo Nursery team. Maraming salamat sa inyong tiyaga, sa inyong pag-aaruga sa ating mga bamboo seedlings at sa ating plantasyon na lagi ninyong talagang kahit wala kami dito, alam niyo na kung anong gagawin. Maraming salamat Jeremy, Arlene, Ningning, Joseph, Jay at Fendin. Maraming salamat talaga sa inyong serbisyo at sa mga susunod pa, abangan.
Sa mga gustong magtanim ng bamboo, marami po akong customer na nagpunta sa amin na hindi maganda yung kanilang naging karanasan sa ibang nursery. Kasi po minsan yung quality ng seedling hindi maganda. Pagdating nung binili nila, halos hindi na nabubuhay yung mga seedling. Mag-ingat po tayo, pero sa Bula Bamboo Nursery po, we do our best. Pagdating sa inyo ng seedling namin is buhay na buhay. And marami na po kaming mga customer na natuwa. Marami nagpapadala sa amin ng mga video na ang lalaki na ng mga seedlings nila. Ang dami naming mga masasayang mga customer. Gusto namin maging masaya din kayo. Kaya tulungan nyo rin kami kasi yung sabi ko nga, yung mga benta namin ng seedling, lahat po yan bumabalik sa pagpapalago ng plantation ng Bula. You're helping the Bula community to achieve yung goal namin na magkaroon kami ng at least 500 hectares of bamboo around Bula. Maraming salamat po. Yes, agree sa agree.
Kaya maraming salamat po, lalo na sa lunch. Agree ba kayo sa agree?
Agree sa agree!
Don't forget to like and subscribe.